Hi students, I am Priyanka Jain. I am a verified educator at the Unacademy Plus platform. And here is a very big news for all of you. Soon we are starting a batch course for the inorganic chemistry. I have launched firstly a course on the unit first, unit second and unit third that you have seen. Okay, now we are starting a new batch course for the chemistry of p block elements. Here we will cover all the important topics of the p block elements like boranes, closonido, arachnoboranes, Wade's rule, how to identify between boranes, what is Stick's rule, carbaboranes, and then we will see silicates, silicones, phosphorus oxyacids of sulfurs, halogen compounds, genone compounds, and much more. Okay, all the questions of the CSIR net we will cover. So we are starting the course from 10th of November. Okay, so see that course at the 12:30 p.m. right? And at the Unacademy Plus platform there is a special feature. You can see the special classes, free classes. Okay, there are free classes in which there is a opportunity to raise a hand. You can solve your doubts in quick minutes. Okay, so you can solve your queries. So please subscribe the Unacademy Plus platform. My code is Priyanka Jain 10, Priyankajain 10. Okay, by clicking on my code you will get a 10% off on the Unacademy Plus subscription. Thank you. Hi students, welcome in chemistry classes. I am Priyanka Jain and you are watching the videos of chemistry of main group elements. Okay, here we are seeing the compounds of genome. Okay, in our last lecture we have seen the fluorides of the genome and now we will see the oxides of the genome. Actually genome forms the fluorides, oxides and the oxyfluorides. Okay, so its oxide, if we concern its oxides, it will form two types of oxides. One is XeO3, that is called genone trioxide. Okay, and another one is genone tetraoxide. Okay, XeO4, and it forms two types of the oxyfluoride, that are XeOF4 and XeO2F2. So firstly we will study about the oxides of the genome. Genone trioxide, XeO3. It is a highly explosive substance, okay, and it is prepared by the hydrolysis of XeF6 and XeF4. So see its preparation, how it is prepared. Firstly, it can be prepared by the hydrolysis of XeF6. It is if hydrolyzed with the 3 moles of H2O, then it forms XeO3 and 6 hydrogen fluorides mole. Okay. Similarly, it can be prepared from XeF4. So 3 moles of it will react with 6 moles of H2O and it will form 2XeO3 plus 12HF plus genone. Okay, so this is its preparation. Now we will have to see the properties. First thing is that it is highly explosive. So it even in the solid state. How it goes the reaction? It forms genone plus 3 by 2 O2 and 402 kilojoules of energy is formed. So see here how it is used as the explosive. Okay, next thing is that it is a very good oxidizing agent. Okay, it can act as the oxidizing agent in the acidic solution. Third property is that it is soluble in water. It is soluble in water, but it does not ionize. Okay. However, in the alkaline solution, if we take its alkaline solution, that's pH is near 10.5, then it forms the genate ions. How it is hydrolyzed? XeO3 reacts with KOH and it forms K plus H XeO4 minus ion. This is called potassium genate. Here this genate ion contains the genone in +6 oxidation state. Okay, it can undergo slowly the disproportionation reaction. It slowly undergoes the disproportionation reaction in the solution and it forms pergenate ions, and that is a very important ion. About this ion the questions are asked. Okay, here the genone is present in +8 oxidation state. Okay, so it will undergo the disproportionation and it will form pergenate ions where the genone is in +8 oxidation state and it will form genone. Okay, it means here the genone +6 is oxidizing to genone +8 and it is reducing to genone in zero oxidation state. So this reaction is known as the disproportionation reaction. See how this reaction happens. K plus H XeO4 minus plus 2OH minus. It is reacting with the 2OH minus ions and it is forming K4 plus XeO6 minus 4 plus Xe genone plus O2. Okay, here this K4XeO6, this is called the potassium pergenate. Okay, so we have asked about the pergenate ions, how this reaction happens, and also about the structure of the pergenate ion. So we should know the structure of pergenate ion. Pergenate ion means XeO6 and minus 4 charge here. Okay. So now firstly see its hybridization. For finding out its structure, we should see its hybridization state. Okay. So it is 8 electrons on the genome plus 4 of the negative charge. Okay, we should not concern the oxygen because it is bivalent. So now we are getting 8 plus 4, 12 divided by 2 will be equal to 6. Okay, so here the hybridization will be sp3d2. Okay, and 6 hybrid orbitals are used in bonding with the oxygen. So it will have the octahedral structure like this. Okay, so it is having this type of structure and it is having minus 4 charge. So this is the structure of pergenate ion. If we see the structure of XeO3, okay, XeO3, then in its structure what you have to do? Just you have to firstly see its hybridization, half, then here genone has 8 electrons, so it will be equal to 4. It means 4 hybrid orbitals we need. So it will have sp3 hybridization, right? So now 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals, out of which 3 are used in bonding with the oxygen in this manner. Okay, and one will possess the lone pair of electrons. So it is having the pyramidal shape. This is the pyramidal shape. Okay, and this is having the octahedral shape, right? Okay, now see genone tetraoxide XeO4. It is prepared by the action of concentrated H2SO4 on the sodium or barium pergenate at the room temperature. So see what is its preparation? As I have told you, it is prepared by the action of concentrated H2SO4 on sodium or barium pergenate. It means XeO6 minus 4. Okay, and here we are getting H plus ions from the H2SO4. So it is forming H4XeO6, then it removes 2 moles of water, so it is forming XeO4. Okay, it is quietly unstable molecule and it decomposes to genone and oxygen. It is highly explosive. Okay, so most of the reaction you see about the XeO3, not about the XeO4. So XeO4 whenever is present, it will undergo the reaction in this manner. Xe plus 2O2 plus 643 kilojoules of energy. Okay, so in this manner its reaction happens. Okay, now we will see about the genone oxyfluorides. Genone makes two types of oxyfluorides. One is XeOF4 and another one is XeO2F2. Okay, so firstly we will see about XeOF4. Okay, so see firstly its preparation. Actually, it can be prepared either from the XeF6 by the reaction of H2O or by the reaction of SiO2. So firstly we will see its preparation by the partial hydrolysis of XeF6. When XeF6 undergoes the partial hydrolysis, it forms XeOF4 plus 2HF. Okay. Similarly, it can be prepared by the reaction of SiO2. If SiO2 is reacted with XeF6, then it forms 2XeOF4 plus SiF4. Okay, this is its preparation. Now see its properties. So look at its properties. Firstly, it reacts with the water or SiO2 to give XeO2F2 and XeO3. It means if we react XeOF4 with water, then it will form firstly XeO2F2 plus 2HF. Then this XeO2F2 again reacts with H2O and it forms XeO3 and 2HF. Okay, similarly XeOF4 can react with the SiO2 and it forms XeO2F2 and SiF4. Now it again reacts with SiO2 and it forms XeO3 plus SiF4. Okay, in this way this reaction happens. Now see here what is happening here. In this reaction, this silicon is getting fluorized. Okay, it is introducing the fluorides either to this oxygen or to this silicon. Okay, okay, now see its second reaction. It is reduced by hydrogen, XeOF4 plus 3H2. It is forming Xe plus H2O plus 4HF. It can act as the fluoride donor. When it reacts with any fluoride acceptors, then it can act as the fluoride donor. Okay, so XeOF4 when reacts with the SbF5, we know SbF5 is a good fluoride acceptor. So what will happen? It will form XeOF3 plus SbF7 minus. Okay, this type of complex is formed, right? Similarly, XeOF4 can react with two molecules of SbF6 and it can form the complex XeOF3 plus. In all the forms, it is acting as a fluoride donor. Okay, here it is forming Sb2F11 minus. Similarly, it can also act as the fluoride ion acceptor if it reacts with the fluoride donors like NOF. If it reacts with NOF, then what will happen? NOF can act as the fluoride donor. So XeOF4 will accept the fluoride ion and it will form NO plus XeOF5 minus. Okay, here it is acting as the fluoride ion acceptor. Okay, now we will have to see the structure of XeOF5 minus, XeOF3 plus and XeOF4. So see the structure. If we look at the structure of XeOF4, then in its structure, firstly see the hybridization, half 8 plus 4 of the fluorides. So we are getting sp3d2 hybridization. Okay, it means it is having octahedral geometry. So 4 fluorides will be present at these positions. Okay, one lone pair of electron will be present here and the oxygen will be present at this axial position. Okay, so this will be its structure. It means it is the square pyramidal structure. Okay, similarly, if we look at the structure of XeOF3 plus, it will also having the sp3 dehybridization, and here xenon is the central atom. Okay, oxygen is present here, one lone pair is occupying this position and another one is occupied by this fluorine. One fluorine is present at this axial position and another one is present here. So it is its structure. Okay, it is having plus charge. Similarly, if we look at the structure of XeOF5 minus, here it will have the sp3d3 hybridization. Okay, so it will having the pentagonal bipyramidal geometry, right? So now 5 fluorines will be present at the equatorial position like this. Okay, and oxygen will be present at the axial position. Okay, and one axial position is occupied by this lone pair of electron. So it is having the shape of pentagonal pyramidal in this manner. Okay, so these are the shapes. Okay, now see xenon dioxygen difluoride XeO2F2. Firstly see its preparation. It is prepared by mixing XeO3 with XeOF4. So if we prepare, we are getting 2XeO2F2. It means by mixing XeO3 and XeOF4, we are getting XeO2F2. Secondly, if we see its properties, firstly see its hydrolysis. Okay, XeO2F2 is hydrolyzed by water. So we are getting XeO3 plus 2HF. Second, it decomposes. XeO2F2 undergoes decomposition. So it forms XeF2 plus O2. Okay. Thirdly, XeO2F2 reacts with fluoride ions acceptors. So it can act as the fluoride donor. Here it is acting as the fluoride ion donors. So it is forming XeO2F plus Sb2F11 minus. Here it is acting as the fluoride donor and this is acting as the fluoride acceptor. Okay, so these are all its reactions. Now we will see its structure. So see its structure. If we see the structure of XeO2F2, it is having the hybridization. See its hybridization 8 plus 2, 10. Okay, so it is having the sp3 dehybridization. Okay, so now xenon is the central atom. Two positions are occupied by this oxygen. One position is occupied by this lone pair, and the fluoride ions will be present at the axial position. So it is having the seesaw shape. Okay. Similarly, if we see the structure of XeO2F plus, then you can find out its hybridization will be sp3. Okay, so xenon is the central atom and these are the oxygens and one fluorine and one position is occupied by this lone pair of electron. So it is having the pyramidal shape, right? So this is all about the compounds of the xenon. I have told you about the xenon fluoride, oxides and oxyfluorides. Meets you in the next video. Thank you.